What are your favorite things on Netflix? I'll reword it.
Bingo. Favorite things on Netflix are, do you know what? It's got to be the reality style shows. So I don't think I can do another like Jersey Shore or Geordie Shore. Like I'm past that. But I will do a I can't remember what it's called, but there was like a cookout program where they're doing barbecues and I learnt the word
What
mouth.
you?
Oh yeah, all
The
right.
American Barbecue Showdown.
Thank you. So
Absolute
good.
class.
Oh, beautiful. And honestly, like the characters they had as well, they were really good. It wasn't the case where you know how like on these shows they'll bring on someone to just like scapegoat them, basically. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on like Pop Idol or something or X Factor or whatever, they'll let someone shit go on stage and like do their shit for like what 50,000 people. Heck, more than that, the whole nation. And like you bastards, why are you doing this? But with this show, it's like they're all, you know, pretty competent cooks. Um some of them just made like massive errors or didn't realize that they were still in a, I guess, kind of professional setting, and what you can do at home when you're just feeding your friends and family doesn't cut it here because you are
Mm.
feeding like, you know, strangers and people who are hungry. Like there was one guy who was asked to, you know, make sides, make a main, etc. And he made, I think he made, did he make sides or just the main and nothing else?
He made the
And
main and no
he made a main,
sides.
yeah, nothing, yeah, just put some salad on the side. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, literally, like he said, and this was a really good bit about it. He was like, the judges are gonna eat this, and they're like, oh, what's the best damn ribs I've ever had? And yeah, they were the best damn ribs that the judges had ever had. However, he still went home because he didn't do the challenge. He would have still been there if he just made some damn sides.
You didn't
Um,
read the question.
but yeah, that's one reason why I liked it because everyone like did have a fighting chance. They all brought something to the table, and you know it's just good to see a nice mix of personalities. Heck, the winner of the show didn't expect that. Just,
Yeah.
um, and like so, like, and then also, so I don't watch TV anymore, so no Love Island for me. But there is Too Hot to Handle, which is also fucking sick.
It's better than Love Island.
Oh, is it? Oh, perfect.
Let's I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. Love Island is trash in compared to this show. It is so good. But continue.
Honestly, because the premise is so obviously like, so the premise is lots of like, you know, young horny singles come to this island, you want to party and have fun, and then like at the end of the first night they're told no, you don't get any of this. And obviously there's probably like a contract signed afterwards because they came here under one premise, and to stay they probably have to sign a new contract saying,
Yeah.
okay, here's the new T's and C's. And they all probably did because, you know, they're all still there.
Yeah.
um and in my head, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, you're all young, corny singles. Okay, great. But how comes no one ever thinks to just smash on the first night? I know it's only been 2 seasons, but why hasn't there been a case where someone just smashes on the first night, like before everything goes down? Just get it in quickly. Like, you're all feeling each other. Literally just rubbing up each other on the beach, like at the start of the day. Just finish the thing, man. Why waiting? Just do it.
That has been an amazing show though. Like even when they introduce new people and they're told you can't have sex, you can't do anything, their faces, one guy reacted like his grandfather just passed away or something. It was so tragic.
Was it the tall white British guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I love how like people continually try to find like loopholes, and it's like, no, it's very clear we're telling you that you cannot do. So don't try and go adjacent to that. And yeah. I love when they go, I thought the camera wouldn't pick us up. The whole island is recorded. You twat.
I think one of my favorites was when a guy was like, do you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to lose us money. So do you know what I'm going to do? All right, I'm going to have a wank. So like, it's an investment really. So I won't be horny anymore. So you guys stand guard while I jack off. And then you know what? Someone actually did try to come into the bathroom and like, no, you can't go in there. And I was like, hold on, is this man getting like full on VIP security service to have a wank? Fucking hell. What is happening?
Watch my back, gentlemen. Fucking hell.
But yeah, like I think the reality style shows, like The Circle, is also quite good as well. I think they're my like favorite things to watch on Netflix at the moment. There's also the anime section, which is weird. Like it starts off strong, then I've seen everything I want to see, and then I don't know, maybe 5 years later there'll be like a new influx. I think there's recently been a new influx of anime, so that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And then yeah, just like the random films they have. I think there was like a trilogy horror that has recently come out. I can't remember what it's called. I didn't think it was amazing, but it was nice for me and my girl to just watch on the couch and just
Mhm.
kind of go through them in that regard. So it's not bad. It's got a decent library, but I found myself like switching on and off a lot. What about you? What are your favorite bits?
I think that was a really interesting point you made at the end there. Like Akira and I will oftentimes just sit and watch shows on Netflix, and we have very weird criteria. We won't watch shows that are good by our standards, but we will watch like mindless crap just because it's background noise.
Yeah.
So I think Netflix has very much become akin to YouTube, where it's like this is what people are watching in their downtime, and it's probably up there when it comes to consumption. I So I've got here. I really enjoy watching Netflix when it comes to original content or content that I've already consumed or would consume in a cinema setting. So Into the Spider-Verse is a great example. I think it's the greatest Marvel movie ever, and I love that shit. And I'm very happy that it's just I can just watch it again and again and again. So that's up there for me. When it comes to like content that you wouldn't find it anywhere else, High Score I thought was really enjoyable. That was the docu-series of gaming history. So there was an episode where they covered the Nintendo and Sega wars in the 90s, and the insight that the head of Sega America back then gave was really, really powerful. And not many people understand how much Sega America saved Sonic from what Sega Japan wanted Sonic to be. So when you look into it, it's a bit mad. I think they wanted Sonic to be a bunny or a rabbit. They also wanted Sonic to have a blonde human girlfriend called Madonna. Can't imagine where they got that idea. And Sega America had to step in multiple times to be like, no, that you're gonna alienate fans because do you want like the horny kids who are trying to play Final Fantasy VII playing this game, or do you want like kids to be playing this game? Because your delivery needs to be very different. And yeah, having that rivalry dictated was not dictated, but retold was brilliant. When they talked about arcade machines being rigged, I thought that was impressive as well. And yeah, I really hope that they can cover more stuff in High School. I don't know how they would do that or what the criteria would be for them, but I really enjoyed watching that. And yeah, I hope they do some more content. Close enough. Sorry, go on.
No, I just want to touch on your point super quickly. Like, it's funny how Sega of America saved Sonic, but Nintendo of America tried to fuck Pokemon. And it's like, okay, America's done one thing good, and then they fucked up on the other. And it's like, imagine if, like, Sega of America and Nintendo Japan, yeah, like just
that's the fusion that we need.
The other two. Yeah, exactly. Because I think they wanted like Pikachu to have like boobs or something like that, and be hairy and very orange. Like it was weird. It was a weird concept. Like there were these Pokemon concepts that Nintendo of America sent over, and Japan was like, "This is terrible. No," they just put their foot down. But yeah, I just thought it was funny how Sega of America, great. Nintendo of America, not so great.
That is almost financial suicide. Pikachu with boobs. What are they thinking? I'm very glad that Nintendo are immensely protective over their IPs, and they need to, because you're letting some jackass in America dictate to you what to do with your Pokemon. Man, all that money that you've made since the 1800s is going down the toilet. Other stuff that I enjoyed, Close Enough. Now, it's basically the spiritual successor to Regular Show, which is a show that I watched on Cartoon Network as an adult. Great show. Cartoon Network has had so many great original series, and maybe that's something that we need to talk about one day. Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, but that's not that. This is not that pod. We're talking about high score. If you've watched regular show, then if you enjoyed regular show, you will enjoy high score because close enough because it's just a bit more adult to reflect its audience and the environment. And if you didn't watch regular show, it's basically this retro 80s style cartoon with two jerks in their early to mid 20s who are pretty much bumming it around, but they always find themselves getting into mischief and there's always some out of this world thing that happens that it makes no sense, and then within 5 minutes you could be on Earth and then you're like fighting in space, and it's always resolved and everything pretty much goes back to normal, and it's just fun. They're great characters, and Close Enough is pretty much the same. It's more adult, so the main characters are now dealing with adulting. They're now dealing with a child who's growing up. They're now dealing with taxes. They're now dealing with rent. And regular show was great for the time that I watched it because I was either in my late teens or my early 20s, and now Close Enough is very good for me because now I'm in my mid to late 20s, and it's just like these shows are great, and I don't know any other pair of shows that have managed that relationship with their viewers as well. Simpsons haven't really done it. Like all of those shows, none of the characters really age, like Simpsons, Futurama, Family Guy, American Dad. South Park hasn't really done that. Rugrats really tried, but I don't think All Grown Up was as successful as the original series. The original series, I think, is just great.
Better, yeah, I still think All Grown Up was good though.
It was good, but it is the sequel that could never live up to the perfect prequel. So
yeah. Like, did you ever see the Rugrats episode where they did go forwards in time? And I think that's where All Grown Up came from, because there was a Rugrats episode where they pretended to go into the future. Did you ever see that one?
I think I did. My memories of that aren't great, but I do remember that there was some sort of time skip.
And like that's what made me fall in love instantly with All Grown Up. And I don't know, man. Maybe if there's like more marketing or they had like better writers, because I always wanted more. And I'm sure I'm not the only kid that wanted more of that. So it's a shame it didn't do as well. But yeah, you're right. Rugrats was just way better. Like you can't beat the rebellious Tommy with the screwdriver breaking out to cause mischief. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not quite the same. But yeah, I think I also really enjoyed it for like content that I used to watch back on like Sky TV. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. The whole season 1 was all up on Netflix for a while, and for some reason, maybe, yeah. For some reason, my memories of season 1 from like childhood are rocky, but like I can remember the rest of the show like really clear. So it was really good for me to just rewatch like Duelist Kingdom, which was a very good arc. Apart from the fact that they fucked up all of the rules, very good arc.
Oh, don't forget the finger guns. Don't forget the finger guns.
I never realized until I watched until YouTube. I was like, I never would have guessed they were meant to be guns.
And like it really breaks everything apart because like I'm just thinking, why are you stopping for this man just pointing at you? Just keep it moving.
Oh no, an adult. Yeah, it's been really good in terms of anime as well. I've been able to watch the One Piece Stampede film, been able to watch the Broly film again. Battle of Gods, I believe, was on there. Resurrection F, which is the worst of the new era Dragon Ball films, is also there. But yeah, Avatar. I watched Avatar on Netflix, and I'm so glad I did. Like, I appreciate it even more now as an adult than I did when it was on Nickelodeon. It is the closest thing we're going to get to anime. It looks just like anime, but it's not. And arguably that makes it a better thing because like everything doesn't need to translate. The story is told really well, and nothing's lost in translation or anything like that. It's just good goddamn storytelling, and that's the secret to making anything good.
It's just really well done as well because I think the supporting characters really made it for me because like Aang is just this goofy kid that has so much responsibility to bear, and he's got to do it. Just no way he's doing it by himself. No way, because in moments where like he needs to be serious, he's got Sokka to like chill him out. He's got Katara to comfort him if need be. He's got Toph, who you can't feel sorry for yourself when Toph is about, because Toph will just beat you up.
Yeah.
Like, why are you complaining? And then you had like Zuko and Aang like forming this weird troubled like friendship because it started off very rocky. You know, Iroh with this sage advice. Honestly, like no character was wasted in that show. Even the Cabbage Man, like great cameos. I've got nothing bad to say about it. Yeah, it's really well done, and I'm so happy it's on Netflix. I
Yeah.
think I've seen it 3 times now altogether. Might go for a
Wow.
4th at some point.
Why not? So we have started watching Korra and we stopped it. I think the reason why we stopped it was so good we didn't want to watch any more episodes.
You want to like actually sit down and pay attention.
Yes. I don't want to miss a single episode, a single minute of content from that. But yeah, really enjoying Korra. And then you got the other side. We're watching Peep Show again. Yeah,
there's a lot of good stuff on there actually.
Yeah.
Misfits is on there. I watched that again. I stopped at end of season 2 because I think everything after that is very much downhill. Like I think the original cast, great. The new cast,
yeah, and like there's literally something for everyone because they've got Come Dine With Me, and then they've got Tokyo Ghoul.
They've got Come Down With Me.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll watch them Come Down With Me.
That is great mindless. Yes, great mindless content. That's what we need.